Rose, but one of the glue things we do is spotlight the glue lives of Hampton Roads own community builders. And today in the glue factory, we are honored to have Norfolk's own Miss Hello Kitty herself, Iisha Bradford. Iisha, before starting this, first and foremost, I'd like to say to you in my pinky toe, I appreciate the universe for placing you in such a topsy-turvy path that you were pushed to start such a pivotal group as the Lady Brunchers. Not only did your group support, carry, and lead you to your current place of serenity and hope, it has also catapulted a number of members to start businesses, relationships, and friendships, and it has also created a supportive network in a historically isolated community. So to you, I say, that's glue, baby, and welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Do you have any opening remarks for your glue audience today?
Thank you, everybody, for coming. I appreciate it. I know the weather is a little nasty today, even though we're at 03 August. Thank you for getting everything catered. The food was wonderful. Thank you. Shout out to Shantae and her daughter, Brianna. Thank you so much for having me. When you told me about this idea, I wasn't really sure what to expect, and I'm still not really sure what to expect, but just the opportunity to come hang out with you, invite some of my closest friends, and I'm excited to get started and see what you've got for me, what kind of questions you have for me.
All right, and thank you, because the unexpected is always going to happen in the glue factory, so you stay on your toes, okay? Y'all give it up for Iisha. All right, Iisha. Today we have a couple of glue questions for you, but we're going to also have some questions from your glue audience, and this is just giving us the opportunity to get to know the glue woman behind Lady Brunchers, which is a group myself that I'm very proud to be a part of. Your first general question is going to be, where are you from and how did you end up in VA?
Okay, I'm originally from California.
West Side?
To throw up my dub real quick. Born and raised. We lived all over from northern to southern California. I attended undergrad at Clark Atlanta University in Georgia, and I know you're an AT alien, so.
Well, I love Atlanta.
And
get that right there. Okay.
A down. From there, I joined the Navy, and I came to Norfolk. This is my first duty station and my last. So I did almost 10 years in the Navy here, and I've been here
Thank you for
since.
serving. Y'all can give it up for Iisha. Thank you for your service, and I'm glad from the military that you landed here, because to me everything happens for a reason. So 10 years in the same place in VA, I've learned to love it myself, so welcome. There's an audience member that has a question for Iisha. If you come take your seat over here and ask her the question, please. You all can clap for Goldie as she comes over and ask the question.
Golden, my golden one! What you got for me, Goldie?
I was wondering if you would tell us about your first homosexual experience, and when did you discover that you was a lesbian?
Wow, I wasn't expecting this.
Expect the unexpected in the glue factory.
Let's see. My first lesbian experience. I mean, I started being interested in women, well, girls at the time. I was in high school. But I didn't have my actual first experience until I was away at college at Clark Atlanta University with one of my roommates.
Oh, convenient.
So, yeah, we lived in the same house. Her room was right next door. Worked on her for a while. Then tiptoed in next door one night. And that's all she wrote.
There it is.
All right, thank you for your glue question there, Daphne. Y'all give it up for Daphne. So,
wow, you really do have to expect the unexpected here in the glue factory.
You better. Y'all see she's still a little geeked up. Is that from the first time memories, or just the question caught you off guard?
No, my last time memory is way more special than that first time.
That's Iisha Bradford, baby. All right, now my next general glue question for you is going to be, I didn't write it down. Now I apologize for not having it written here. I was supposed to go back. That's ADHD, all day having dreams. So now that we back here, a general question for you, having a daughter that has some type of disability yourself as a parent, how has that been for you?
Oh, well, I'm not going to take up all the time talking about my little precious Bailey Bradford, but to answer that, I never thought that I would be a mom. I never really had a desire to have kids or anything, and So she came about just from being in a relationship where my partner really, really wanted to have a baby. And I didn't think that I could have kids, so I agreed to go ahead and go through with the, sperm donor and getting inseminated and everything, never thinking that it was going to actually work. So, bam, on the third time it worked. And it was a problem pregnancy from the beginning, and I just would not have ever expected the whirlwind of everything that happened, So, from just complications during pregnancy, my partner was deployed at the time, and I just, at 6 months, just had a lot of complications, went in, they said they have to take the baby wasn't doing well, the baby wasn't even a pound yet, so, from people that have been pregnant, you just don't think about stuff like that. You just assume that after 9 months, you're just going to go in and pop the baby out and everything's going to be all good, so, and, not having any other kids, that was my version of motherhood. She ended up being in the hospital for over 2 years. She had to get her left arm amputated. I mean, just everything that you can imagine going wrong went wrong with this child. But she's so strong. She made it through. She kept fighting. They said she wouldn't make it through childbirth in 14 days. Then she just kept doing it, kept fighting. She's, was on a ventilator, and now she's 5, she's happy, she's talking and running around, and I mean, God definitely has the final say.
And that's real. And at the end of this, I won't go too far into it about Bailey, because on the upcoming series videos with Miss Iisha, you all will get to see Miss Bailey for yourself. But if not for her, we would not be here, because you did not start this group. Would not have started this group. So I hate that you went through it, but I'm glad that you went through it, because you are here in your todays. So thank you for finding the strength that I know Bailey got for you to make it to the 5 years that it was said that she would not make it. So thank you for having...
Give it up for Baby!
Yeah, y'all give it up for Baby, as a matter of fact. That's Bailey, baby. All right, now the next glue question for Miss Iisha is going to come from... Give it up for... Come on. Big Ron is in the house. Go ahead and talk to her, Rhonda.
Thanks for being here.
Oh, it's my pleasure. A surprise, but I'm here and I'm happy. And actually, the question I have is one I'd really love to hear the answer to. No, it's. I would like to know how, after forming this group and bringing so many of us together, and I'd like to thank you for that, as well. But how do you feel about the lesbian community today? Maybe you can kick back to from when you started the group. How everything felt.
Okay.
And how it feels to you now.
Okay, thank you, Rhonda. Let's see, how do I feel about the lesbian community today in Hampton Roads? So, I didn't really know the lesbian community in Hampton Roads. I was just a, typical Navy girl, doing my thing. I had a girlfriend, went to Nutty Buddies. I mean, that was pretty much the only thing to do. I didn't have a lot of lesbian friends, and I can definitely remember having nothing to do on the weekends, like I'm sure everybody else here can relate to. And, Lady Brunchers basically fell into my lap. It started by accident, really. It started out with just a few friends meeting for brunch. And almost 5 years later, 4.5 years later, it's had its good and its bad. I mean, I've seen the ugly side of the lesbian community, but I've also seen just the camaraderie and the way that we come together. I mean, I've met so many amazing people, and I know a lot of other people have too, lifelong friends, hookups, babysitters, people, I mean, all types of things. So I think that, and the people that are here today can attest to this, when it was smaller and it was just coming together, it was a lot more fun, and it was a lot more free, and it was a lot more comfortable. And as it gets bigger and it gets more expanded, different people from different places, they hear about it, and they come in, and you just got to kind of like weed out the bad people. It's not a Lady Bruncher thing. It's just a people thing. You figure out who you want to hang out with, who you want to spend time with. So a lot of friendships have been formed, a lot of bonds have been made, and I just think that the Lady Brunchers, hate it or love it, it has been a good thing. You've met some good people from it. We've done a lot of things that that were outside of just partying and getting tore up all the time, you know. So now I think that there actually is a lesbian community that I feel like I belong to and that I can be proud of. And I love going places and to events and seeing my friends there and my associates. So to answer her question, I like it. 2 thumbs up.
Woo! Ain't nothing like being a lesbian in 2013 if y'all can see what I see in this room. That's Capri, baby. Now this last this last general glue question I'm going to ask you is, why do you feel God loves unconditionally even you, and it's your duty to give love unto everyone?
Okay. I have never been a very religious person, and I don't know about any other lesbian, but you do go through a time where you're questioning everything, and you're questioning, is this so wrong? Why did God make me like this? And God does not make mistakes, and I learned that just through everything that I went through with my baby. I'm supposed to be here. This is the life that I'm supposed to be living, and I'm just going through a blueprint that was already laid out for me before I was even here. So this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I am the person I'm supposed to be. God doesn't make mistakes, and for whatever reason, He chose me to bring so many people together, and I want to say I loved every minute of it. I didn't, but I loved 99% of it.
And that's real. That's a good number. Because if you enjoy 100%, that means you're in heaven, because that's perfection, and we don't need that right now. The next glue question, random question, and the last question from the group. Come on, Miss Tay. Y'all give it up for Tay. Come on. Yeah. Oh, cool and smooth. Go and take this seat and talk to the lady Iisha.
What you got for me, Tay?
Alright, so my piece of paper says, what are some of the difficulties you faced as a Black/African American lesbian? I would ask, what are some of the difficulties you faced in while you're in the military and also in the Hampton Roads area? That would be my question.
Thank you, Tay. Let's see. You know, maybe I've been lucky. I haven't faced a lot of adversity being an African American lesbian. I was pretty much out at my last command when I was in the Navy. Just because of the way that I was trying to conceive. They knew I was getting inseminated, and you know, they knew all of those things. And even though this was before it was okay to be out, so pretty much everybody at my command knew, and they really, you know, stood by me when I was going through everything that I was going through with my daughter. So that was pretty smooth as far as the military was concerned. I didn't have a picture of me and my girlfriend on my desk, but my supervisor and all of my bosses knew and were accepting. I mean, I didn't get kicked out for it. They didn't write me up or anything. The only other issue I've had was actually from one of my professors. I attend Strayer University. I'm not going to say any names, Dr. J. But one night in class, when Obama had came out and said that he supported gay marriage, right when I walked in the class, they were all talking about it. And he was saying, you know, he wasn't a Christian and he couldn't believe it, and he wasn't going to vote for him. And I was just sitting there with my blood boiling. I mean, I wasn't out at school, but I came out that day. So, and he did treat me a little unfairly after that, and I've had him for a lot of the classes that I've taken, and we're fine now, and he has come to me, and he's much more accepting. He even owned a restaurant and hired a gay chef and wanted to make sure I knew that. So, yeah, so as far as the military and at school and at work, I haven't really had to face that much adversity. And I'm fully out, by the way, so it's not a matter of, oh, they just didn't know.
Literally,
I'll tell somebody in a minute I'm a lesbo.
And I hate to even go there, but if she looked like me, she might be a little hesitant to do that. Even though the world is already thought about it, looked at me, and made whatever assumptions they have. And if you haven't had any problems, because femininity gets to slide with a lot of different things, because you can be in the closet, people don't know. So please wear that and hold that. And I'm glad that you did not have to walk that path, because I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy to walk the pathway that us studs have to walk. Okay, come on, say it again. Give it, come on.
Got a couple studs in the house.
Now we do have time for one more audience question. If someone would like to come and take the seat to ask a question, it is open for you. Come on over here, Lisa.
My
Y'all
right
give it up for
hand.
Lisa. Come on.
All right, this is the other LB.
And after this, Miss Lisa, you might as well.
Original Albert.
Lisa, you gonna stay right there, and after this, you tell her why it is you have her here.
Sure. What you got for me, Lisa?
What do I have? Let's see here. How does society's outlook on homosexuality make you feel?
That's kind of similar to the last question I had. I think it's become much, much more accepting. And I think that that's another reason why I feel so comfortable, you know, just being myself and not having to hide anything. I think it's much more accepted. I mean, we're seeing gays in commercials now on regular TV. We're seeing ads in magazines with same-sex couples. So I think that it's getting better. I don't know that it's ever going to be just commonplace, that no one's going to have anything to say about it. I mean, it was only 50 years ago that blacks and whites couldn't even get married, if you can believe that. And it's still a big controversy to this day. I mean, Cheerios just had an ad with an interracial couple that millions of people went on Facebook and Twitter and just had a huge problem with. So they don't mess with me, I don't mess with them.
And that's real. I hope it stays that simple. All right, Lisa, go ahead and Iisha, you can tell Lisa why you have her here today.
Okay. Well, when you told me that we were going to be doing this and I got to have a studio audience, I was so excited when you told me I could choose the people that I wanted to be here. So I thought long and hard and very carefully about who I wanted here. And I wanted Lisa here because I actually don't even remember how we met. Like, I don't remember exactly how we met. I know that I invited you and Rhonda to a birthday party in Town Center that you guys didn't want to come into. It was Relove. And I chased them down outside and was like, come in. But regardless of how we met, you've been a Lady Bruncher for a couple years now, and I just appreciate you so much. The behind-the-scenes stuff you've helped me do, the ranting and raving that I've done with you, the inboxes, the texts, the phone calls. I mean,
That's
you...
how we met, inbox. Then you stalked me on Facebook.
Oh, I did. You know what? That is how we met. I hit her up and asked her if she would watch Ice Loves Coco with me. And she said, excuse me? And I was like, no, just over the phone. Like, you're watching it at your house, I'm at mine, and we're just going to talk about it. And she's like, you're weird.
How'd you get my number?
But I just wanted to say thank you. You've never let me down. Oh, and I got to use my hall pass with you. We went on a date.
Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you, and I love you, and I'm really going to miss you when I step down.
I'm going to miss you too. Thank you.
That's my right hand right there.
All right, Miss Rhonda Taylor, come on and take your seat. Let Iisha tell you why she has you here. Come on. Y'all give it up for Rhonda Taylor. Come on.
Okay, so contrary to what was just said in the Glue audience, I did not invite Rhonda because she was riding with Lisa or anything like that. And I don't remember exactly how we met either. I know I didn't inbox you about Ice Loves Coco.
How did we met?
How did we meet?
I was at what's that? Nutty Buddies. And you just appeared with the camera. I'm like, exactly. I'm like, yeah, I'll pose with you. That's how we met.
Okay,
And
cool.
then you kind of followed me around. I said, no.
That's that chocolate right there, girl. Come on.
So I invited you for a couple reasons. The main one is that when you did become a bruncher and started hanging out and coming to events, you said to me, and you might not remember this, but you said, you know, I had heard about you and the Lady Brunchers for a long time, but I just never, you know, I never came around. And I was like, why? Because you said Nunu.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nunu.
Yes.
That Nunu had told you about it, and then you just never came out.
Yes,
and
it
you
was
were
like
like,
5 or
but
6
now that I
years.
met you, I'm so glad I joined Lady Brunchers. I'm having such a good time. And it just made me feel really good. It was a downtime that I was having in my life, and just you saying that made me feel good. And the other reason is because you've just always been so positive and fair and just cool and laid back. And what's going on in this area is really nice as well. But but I always enjoy when you come out to things, and you've just become a friend of mine. And I just want to thank you for coming, and I'm gonna miss you so much.
Oh, you're not gonna miss me because Thank you.
Everybody's like, where Iisha's going?
Oh no, I should explain that first.
Don't worry about it. As long as you all keep watching the series after this, you'll find out where this glue woman is going. But in the meantime and in between time, the seat is ready for the next glue audience to remember to come talk with Miss Iisha Bradford. Y'all give it up for Miss
It's a
Christy.
newlywed. Got married. You see this? This is why you're here, because I wanted to get this ring on camera. Christy, now I do know how we met. We met at WED.
At WED. I was going to be really hurt if you didn't.
We met at WED, and, you know, just immediately pretty much, you know, the Cali thing and just the conversations that we were having. And I was just like, wow, they're really cool, you know. UMP, her better half is not here. UMPK, and then brought you into the Lady Brunchers, and from the beginning you've just been so supportive. You've just been such a good friend to me. Aww. I mean, people just don't even know, like, the things that you've done to me, the conversations we've had, the things that you've helped me get through with my daughter. And you are a friend. You're not an associate. You're not a Lady Bruncher. You are my friend. Aww. And I thank you for being here.
I got a reputation.
I get a little weepy around my stems. You see, I was holding tough with the studs.
Well, I think it's been a pleasure being a part of Lady Brunchers. I'm very excited to help out and to be a friend, and I've loved every minute of it. So, except I got like a lot of text messages to prove that.
Thank you for being here. Love you.
Y'all give it up for that glue love. Christy Lake, I thank you for bringing some emotion into the glue factory. It's all right. That's glue motions, baby. All
I
right.
should have saved her for last.
I know.
That's all right. You need something to drink to get yourself back together?
No, I want my Nikki up here
All right,
next.
come on. Y'all come on and give it up for Nikki Mango.
Ooh, just got hot all of a sudden. Nikki and not Magnum. So, first and foremost, when Capri asked me who I wanted to be here, and I said Nick, and she said she's already going to be here. So I just wanted to let you know you were on my list. You are not here by any type of default. Okay. So, and the reason why I wanted you to be here is because, one, how we met, which was on Downlink. And I had put on Downlink, ask me about the Lady Brunchers. You're the only one that asked. So when you hit me up, I was just like, and then you actually came out. Like the next couple of weeks, you were like at a brunch. Right. And just through it all, you've been so extremely loyal, trustworthy. I think you're super, super smart. You're beautiful. And you have meant a lot to me. I mean, mental health wise, she works in the mental health field. And so she's helped me out a lot. And I thank you for all the support and the love that you've shown. You've let me have the events at your house that you probably didn't want to. You stuck by me. You know, and people have a misconception that attending events is supporting me, and that's not the case. I didn't want to go to some of them myself. But, you know, you're somebody that no matter how long time has passed, I can always call you, and it's never like, you know, where you been and this, that, and the third. It's always just like we just pick up right from where we left off. And I love that because I'm hesitant to call people that I haven't talked to in a long time because I don't want to deal with that. Yeah. And so I love that about you. And I just want to congratulate you on everything that's going on in your life and the big sale that just happened and everything. Yes, that's so good. Thank you so much. I love you and thank you for being a part of this. My Nikki.
Nikki, you didn't have any glue words from Miss Iisha for yourself, or you just running from everybody, you know. The glue factory will bring the tears out of you. That's because we get to the glue heart of things, and that is perfectly all right. Is there anyone else here that's ready to? Come on, Goldie.
The Goldie.
Come on, Goldie.
Lift your arm out. Lift your arm out. Can you bring it over here?
Can I bring it to you? I can bring it to you, but I
this is my Goldie right here.
All right, Goldie. We appreciate you for hobbling over here with your new tattoo on your foot.
Thank you for being here. First of all, you might not know, but I gave her the name Goldie. She had locks at the time, so I was calling her Goldie Locks, and then it just got shortened, literally and figuratively, to Goldie.
Actually, Goldie Knots.
So, and I do remember how we met. Ooh. We met over some chocolate wine in Norfolk, and I loved you from the first day I met you. I really have. And we have, you know, we got a million secrets between us, first of all. You have helped me out with relationship advice, mother advice. We've gossiped a couple times together. Yeah. We've done it all. And through it all, you are a friend. You are somebody that I can count on. Again, no matter how long it's been, I can always call you. And it's
Goldie!
Eesh. You just do it. And you always step up when I need you. Sporting events, you're always there. Everything that I need. Your kids are beautiful. You're a beautiful person. Thank you so much for your friendship, your love and support. Thank you for being a part of this crazy, crazy thing of mine, and I just love you to death. Thank you for being here.
Y'all give it up for Goldie. Come on. Come on.
I will say that I met Ish at Sporty's house, movie night, and I had my boobs out. And
I was right there to catch them.
That's how we met. My boobs were out. We shared the chocolate wine. And after that, I got into the group, and that's how I met everybody here, except Christy. I knew her before that. But my social life took off after that, so I have to thank you. Believe it or not, I wasn't very social.
Okay.
I know.
Did you get any hookups by being a Lady Bruncher at all?
Or we're going to talk about that offline.
Just curious. You said your social life picked up. I don't know.
Oh, I got a date with Capri.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, thank you. That was awesome.
Are we going to tell that story?
Was it love at first
But thank you absolutely for creating the Brunchers. I mean, you brought a lot of joy into my life. I love the sporting events, the partying, and shaking it up and kicking it up, and these clowns in this room.
Yeah, baby.
It's been awesome. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being here, Goldie.
Iisha, though.
Y'all give it up for Goldie. Goldie, we thank you for those glue words right there. And Iisha, on that note, are there any glue words that you'd like to say to the group today?
Well, I would like to say something to you.
Oh, excuse me. Before we do that, I'm being pointed out that we have an audience member that you have not spoken to. And you can save me for last, or you saving her for last. Oh, I could dig that. Let me just go ahead and take mine so we can hurry up to get over there to Taves, okay?
Okay. Well, this might be a tad bit inappropriate since my girlfriend's in the audience, but I was trying to holler when I met you. I remember. I saw you on Facebook. I said, Sporty, who is that with the mohawk? And then I hit you up and I invited you to be a contestant in the dating game. So that's how we officially met. I had seen you out a few times, and I saw your mohawk and everything. And I just want to say that even during that time, I know you didn't really know anyone that was there. You were so quiet and reserved. Nobody knew what the whole glue thing was at the time. And I have seen you just blow up in the last couple of years. And I'm so proud of you and everything that you're doing. I love that people are saying that's Glue Baby, because you're the only person that could have even created such a phenomenon. So I want to support everything that you do. Thank you for doing this and bringing my friends together and giving me a voice and providing me with an opportunity to really say some of the things that I want to say. I mean, I'm extremely long-winded, so an interview might not have been the best, but I also make extremely long posts on, and people probably aren't reading them. So I thank you for giving me a voice. I am glad that the Lady Brunchers was a part of you expanding and networking and being able to reach more people. I have just immensely appreciated you being on the mic at my events, collaborating, calling me with ideas, just whatever. You know, I'm always here. I'm always an ear. I always will help you, you know, achieve your glue dreams or whatever it is that you want to do. And I just want to say thank you so much for having me, and I love you.
I love you too. And I have to tell you the reasons why I was quiet is because, as I've told Rhonda before, I was scouting which group would be best for me to fit in. And your group, above all, was the one for me to say, that's a beautiful group of women that I would like to get to know, get to see them and tell their stories, because I saw the woo before it got to where it's at today. And that could not have happened if you didn't have the vision that you had. So around Hampton Roads, your group stands above a lot of the groups that are out there. So thank you for giving us a place to say we belong here. In that note, let me say again, Iisha, I appreciate you and my pinky toe for being a blessing to the Glue Factory, aka room 240. I almost forgot my hotel room number. Room 240, where 24 hours a day we work to make me whole. And thank you for being a part of that process and bringing all of that wholeness together. Do you have any last glue words to your glue audience?
Yeah, I like to bring my baby Tay up here.
All right.
Just for a few words. Just for a few words.
Tay.
She needs a little coaxing to get up here. Oh, see, it's wild. It's wild in here.
Should I say Brooklyn in the house?
She's from Chi-Town.
Oh. Somebody in Chi-Town might be upset about that hat right now in this video now. All right, Tay, Iisha, y'all take it.
Okay, I brought you here not only just to bring me here.
As a ride.
not just as a ride.
More than one ride.
But before you came into the Lady Brunchers, I had a strict no dating Lady Bruncher policy that I pretty much followed to a T. And meeting you has just been so wonderful and so unexpected, and I just never thought that I would, first of all, date a bruncher or love a bruncher the way that I love you. And it's just been such an exciting 6 months with you, and I'm just so glad that you're a part of my life. Thank you so much.
Oh.
Everybody say it together. Oh.
Oh, shoot. PDA?
And for those of you that don't know what PDA stands for, it stands for Public Display of Affection. And if you know me, I'm all about showing love and giving love unto everyone, which is why we're here today in the Glue Factory as Tay walks away. Social media and my pinky toe, I appreciate you for your glue time, for sitting back and watching this glue video. For those of you that are in the room, thank you for dealing with us through this Passion on the Budget GLUEnergy. Be great. Start your upper movement today, for tomorrow isn't promised. Please go out there and get yourselves tested for HIV/AIDS, and know that God loves unconditionally everyone, and it's our duty here in the Glue Factory to give love unto everyone. Can I get a that's glue, baby?
That's glue, baby.
And that's Iisha Bradford, baby.